Hey part-timers, welcome back to the channel. I got my hands on a cool disc from Kastaplast. This is the KAXE. Am I saying it wrong? I probably am saying it wrong. You guys can correct me in the comments. This has got some interesting numbers. 6403. There's not a lot of 6-speed discs out there. Is it a mid-range? Is it a fairway driver? I don't know. It's kind of in between. Let's go test it out. All right guys, I love Kastaplast plastic, and we're gonna try this KAXE out, or however you say it. The interesting thing is the numbers are really kind of cool. I dig 6-speed discs. This should be kind of fun. It's kind of an unutilized category of discs out there. There's definitely way more 5 speeds, way more 7 speeds, and then a lot less in the 6-speed category. But the stability of this one is 0.3. I saw some online reports that it's probably more like a 0.2, but we're gonna test this out and find out. All right, in the hand, it definitely does feel like a fairway driver, but when you flip it over and look at it, it definitely has a bead on it also, kind of like a mid-range would too. So it definitely has a little bit of characteristics of a mid-range, little characteristics of a fairway driver, but none of that matters. We just wanna see how it flies. Nice and flat, nice and dead straight. Let's see the hookup. All right. First impression, it's definitely not a 6403. I'd say it's probably more a 6402, which is kind of what I was reading online too. Some of you guys agree with that. All right, now we're gonna try the KAXE. I'm gonna see how many different ways I can mispronounce this. We're gonna see how the KAXE flies on an Anheuser. With that stability, it should be able to fight out of it. All right, let's go, KAXE. Is it gonna fight out of it or just hold it the whole time? All right, interesting, definitely interesting. Kind of held that turnover the whole way. Yeah, I gotta agree. I don't think that 0.3 is accurate. Definitely more like a 0.2. All right, just looked it up. KAXE, did I get that right now? Okay, the KAXE. Let's try it on a sidearm, see how it does. Flip up at all, super wobbly. All right, nice and stable. All right, the KAXE is definitely an interesting disc. Flies like a mid-range, feels like a fairway driver. So we're just gonna try to play a couple holes here in the woods and really put it through the ringer. Do you really need to have a 6-speed? Can a 5-speed and a 7-speed do? I don't know. All right, first hole we're gonna play, we're kind of playing a longer version of the traditional hole out here. Basket's about 300, dead straight, right at the tree line. We're just gonna see if we can pipe it maybe a little bit left to that red sign, see if this will hold straight, give us a little finish, should end up near the basket. Oh, there we go. What kind of finish we got? All right, not too bad. I think we're circle's edge. Okay, that one definitely did fly a little bit more like a 0.3. So yeah, maybe there's something to the 0.3. True test, we're in the woods here, super tight tunnel. We're gonna put this on an Anheuser and see if it'll flatten out and finish straight for us. We got about 270 feet here. That's not gonna be it. All right, so I'm having some grip issues. I noticed this when I did a review of the Ascend. If you haven't seen that one, links up here, but it's a very similar disc. Whenever I throw mid-ranges, I do a fan grip. Whenever I throw fairway and on up, I throw power grip. But when you're in that 6-speed category, I mean, is it a mid-range? Is it a fairway? It's kind of tricky. That last shot was with a power grip. I'm gonna try fan grip. That was kind of the key for the Ascend. Maybe that's the key for the KAXE. Did I say that right? Oh yeah, much more controllable that way. Come on, baby. Come on, get up there. Oh yeah, birdie putt. All right, I find that super interesting that I had kind of the same problem with the last 6-speed disc that I reviewed too. Guys, remind me, next time I do a 6-speed disc review, do fan grip. It throws much better. Check out that drive. Not quite a drop in, but pretty darn close. There we go. All right, since it is kind of low profile, we're gonna try this on a sidearm. This is definitely a sidearm hole. You wanna hit that left gap, flare skip to the right. I mean, with numbers like 6403, I think that should be no problem for this disc. Get under that branch, come on. All right, looks good. So even on a sidearm, definitely usable, able to get me close for a birdie. So we're gonna do 2 more holes with this, 1 more tight wooded fairway one, and then we're gonna do one that hooks pretty hard to the right, which will be great for backhands. Okay, we're gonna try to pipe this tunnel by doing another Anheuser shot. Thanks for the reminder, guys. Go on fan grip. Yep, and that got the stability, perfect. All right, we're kind of in the weeds, but we're definitely circle's edge. Guys out there that throw this disc, or maybe even the version that is the X version, let me know how these two fly different. I imagine the KAXE X probably flies a little bit more stable than this one, but you guys are pretty good judges out there, so let me know in the comments. Hey guys, final hole with this disc. Now stay tuned. Next week, I'm gonna look at another Kastaplast disc, which should be pretty fun one to do. A little bit flippy mid-range, which I love, flippy mid-range. And then stay tuned, who knows, I might do a Kastaplast only round coming up. Don't have a lot of Kastaplast yet, but hopefully I'll get some more in the coming days. But let's see if we can hook around this corner. Basically, you gotta go about 150 dead straight and then hook up hard to the left. Like I said, with this 0.3, it should be no problem, even though it's kind of throwing like a 0.2 most of the time. So we're gonna have to put this on a little bit of a hyzer and hope we can get the right angle. Yes, get a little flare skip. Okay, that could be good. Let's go find out. Oh man, this is by far the best drive I've had on this hole. Played this hole quite a bit. Actually went past the basket. I was on the right line, so this must have been almost an ace run line, but maybe the answer to this hole is to have a 6-speed with some stability on it. Guys, what a great disc. If you guys are looking for something that's very controllable, you don't need to throw it super hard, and it's somewhere between a mid-range and a fairway driver, you can't go wrong with this KAXE, KAXE, however you want to pronounce this. I'm really interested in trying the X version of this. I imagine it's a little bit more stable, which would be really kind of fun complement to this, because some of the shots I was throwing, this thing went a little bit straighter than I anticipated, especially with that 0.3. But wow, especially in this K1 plastic, I'm really digging this. Hey, if you guys are looking for some discs like this, head on over to Disc Golf Deals USA. You can use my code, save 10%, and you get free shipping over $50. Can't beat that. All right, guys, until I see you next time, peace out.
Fear is useless, you got nothing to prove, no one can judge.